Good evening and welcome back, travelers, to NearDark Society's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. Tonight we have a very special episode for you. It is episode 46, titled Love is in the Air. As you all know, it is Valentine's Day. And believe it or not, there is actually a very romantic holiday within the universe of Faramine as well. It is known as the Winter's Heart Festival. It is where lovers, romantics, and mostly bards, mostly very sappy emotional bards, all come together to warm each other and push through the very end of winter as they make their way towards spring. Now, it may not be cold down in the Strand where our Widowmakers are currently, but nonetheless, they have a really interesting event that is occurring. After all, after leaving the Leviathan, this primordial of water, the Widowmakers have found themselves at Three Snakes Bay, with both their starboard and port side appear to be occupied by enemy forces, and a random stranger making their appearance. So let's find out what happens tonight. Roll to save, traveler. This is a death attack.
Kill each other.
It always get up so we don't have an intro.
We really need to make one.
Build it up so well.
It's a great build up and it's a great saying, and then we just like, all right, now we're just gonna go right to the
and then
should we just like cut to a black screen, have a kazoo song play, and then that's, yeah.
I'll make it.
How about it's just a video of me air kazooing?
Yeah.
If you give me those miniatures, I will do the anime intro you guys always wanted.
All right. As you all hear the sound of this stranger, the hard heels clicking against the wood, you all hear cannon fire begin to ring out through the air as the sky is downpouring with rain, lightning, thunder rolling in the distance. You see this stranger. You don't even really have time to react, where you see him raise his fingers, snap. You watch the cannon fire. You watch the rain. You even watch the lightning freeze in the air. As you hear the sound, the creaking of the boat, you look down and see the waves are crashing up against the ship, but it's almost like everything else around you is in this strange stasis of time paralysis. Now, that's better. I think we can talk of that. Start to, make some sense of all of this. Don't you all agree? Now, good. Jezebel, Kaz, and Fulner will give me either an intelligence or a knowledge history roll, whichever one is highest. Not you, Lavende. You know nothing about Fulner.
He's just a baby.
why do I have to come out of the primordial just to get the time frozen again?
You are a jungle man.
Oh my god.
Got an 8.
What was the options? History and what?
It's either an intelligence or a history.
I dropped it on the ground and decided, I was like, what is it? Do I want it? It was a 2. I was like, I don't want that, so I'm re-rolling it. I rolled a 3. So, that's a 7.
7?
Yeah. We're off to a good start. Why are you doing this to me? You don't finish.
17.
17.
Extra D20.
Now, Kaz and Jez, maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the strange arrival of this individual. But for some reason, you have no idea who this stranger is. However, Fulner, this individual appears to be a tiefling. They have a scarlet hue to their skin. Their eyes burn like embered coals. You actually see what looks like sulfuric smoke leaving the corner of his eyes and his mouth, like the tip of a cannon right after it's been fired. You can see that as he moves his fingers, you actually see wisp of smoke and embers move between his hands. You notice that he licks his lips as they curl back. You see his sharp, serrated like teeth. And as he comes into full view, see that his black hair pulled back into a rather messy ponytail. Two very devilish horns on the front of his head. Either this man is a fantastic interpreter, or he looks and appears just like the god Cervantes. Cervantes is legendary. Some say he's mortal turned god. God of thievery, skullduggery, pirates, hedonism. Many rogues and scoundrels worship him for luck. Many pirates prefer to worship him instead of Umberly, as she can be spiteful without proper patronage.
Well, you, Cervantes.
The one and only.
Oh,
Of course, I'm not really here. Avatar and all, you see. Oh, is this the first time you've all met a deity's avatar?
This is a joke, right?
What? Yes, I'm sorry. I think I'm suffering from a concussion.
We all did get tripped pretty hard, to be honest.
I can understand the confusion, but trust me, I'm here on business. As in, somebody on this ship is trying to enact the rites that are part of my specific portfolio.
As he stares towards Jezebel.
Now, as much as I am flattered to have popped your cherry on meeting a deity, I have some business that must be discussed. There's whispers on the tides that someone would like to take the claim and the crown of Pirate King. Is this?
You notice he pulls out a piece of paper.
Is this or is this not true?
I mean, I can't confirm or deny. I mean, what we've heard. We've heard that it's true.
will that be so bad?
Alright. Let me clear something up. I can't hurt you. I can't even touch you.
You notice he makes his way over and he goes to place his hand on Kaz and his hand just right through you. The moment his hand does, though, there's this like jolt through your body, like almost like someone giving you, if you've ever touched one of those gag buzzer hands. It's just like a quick jolt of energy.
Jesus Christ.
Now don't get too excited. Unless I am attacked, I can defend myself. Hence why I can stop these cannonballs from destroying your ship. But you have nothing to fear from me.
Is this Is this who you've been talking to, Jezebel?
No, I wish.
It's very nice.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not normally like this. So, you're gonna stop the cannonballs by freezing time? Is that what you're saying right now?
I hate actually having to do this job. I need to know if someone here is trying to be a pirate king.
So what boats, each side is which boats?
You on your
Which cruise?
port and your starboard.
I mean, what cruise?
You notice two other ships. You can't quite see their flags, but you can definitely see that one of them appears to be Barbossa's ship. You know that Barbossa is an individual that has aligned himself with Calypso and is a rare and exotic animal trader and a slaver. So he's a terrible person and a horrible individual. The other ship, on the other hand, is a little bit too far and a little bit too cloaked in darkness to actually see.
So they told you that someone's trying to be a pirate king, but didn't tell you who?
I know that Calypso is trying to be one. I also know that he's breaking the rules on how to do it. Now, one of the reasons why I like being a god of pirates is because y'all have this unique ability to kill each other and never organize. It makes my job very easy. Unfortunately, he's trying to bring order to a very chaotic group of people. Now, I understand that rules are more of like a guideline, but rules, after all, are rules. Umberly and I have agreed upon them. Asmodeus wrote it up for us because you know how he likes to make deals and contracts. So, who on this ship is trying to be a pirate king?
Like they're not gonna die or anything, right?
No.
Are they gonna get hurt? Are they gonna have to go through some sort of trial or something?
Yes.
Oh, is it hard?
I don't know, no one's ever done it. There's never been a pirate king. And in fact, according to my paper, it's not even called a pirate king.
Oh shit, what's it called?
Looks like Umberly and I agreed on Dreadlord.
That's alright, I guess. Whatever, it's me.
I thank you for your honesty. There was at least zero brevity with it. Now, that we can start to come to an understanding. I've already told you, I cannot help you with your plight. As in, I can't just go over there and murder everyone on the ship. If I could, I would. You see, in order to be a Dreadlord, one thing is certain. You must align all the pirate lords together. Killing them vetoes that. Calypso's trying to eliminate all of you. And that was kind of one of the reasons why I made sure it was put in the contract, because there's no way any pirate's ever going to agree to sail under another pirate. It's rather clever. But it seems that somehow someone on this ship, supposedly you, has gotten two pirates to actually agree to sail under them.
Oh, why does that sound believable? Maybe I'm just that good.
Well, if you are, then you may have a chance. So, I'll let you figure out how to play the game on your own. After all, if I intervene and help you, then I have to intervene and help Calypso, which is who Umberly is meeting with as we speak. Trust me, you're lucky you got me and not her. She's kind of a bitch.
So I've heard.
That is why she is the bitch queen.
Not a bad title, though.
No, it's not. definitely is not. Anyways, since I can't help, I have brought someone who can. You see, I'm also have the portfolio of hedonism, and I just so happen to be able to summon one of my concubines. She's a rather useful, exquisite, ifrit genie.
What kind of trial is this?
Sounds like a jazz trial. I like this. Continue.
Oh, trust me, this isn't really a trial. This is a way for me to stall time so I can reset the board. It'll make sense. Trust me.
I don't feel like it will, but
You notice that he snaps or claps his hands. As soon as he claps his hands, you see this swirl of red smoke begin to arrive right beneath his feet. Up from this red smoke, you begin to see this rather seductive, elusive, red-headed, and not in hair, skin color. She has very devilish-like appearance. No hair, completely shaved. Horns on the side of her head. They has very seductive and illustrious facial jewelry. You notice that she is wearing nothing other than what looks to be a dancer's belt that has many medallions and a soft sheared veil that runs along the side of her leg. Anklets, bracelets, all seem to be wrapped around her. You notice that as soon as she appears, Cervantes looks towards her. Ah, darling. You know, she turns and slaps him. You know, I'm very, very busy, honey, and I really do not like to be pulled away from my work. Right, your work. What work would that be? Oh, you know, dealing with the other half of the planet that you seem to just keep forgetting about. You know, the half of the planet where we met on our anniversary yesterday. You notice he stares up, looks at the sky. You watch as he moves his hands to the side. You watch the clouds part and you see stars appear.
Oh, it is. All right. Well, I apologize, everyone. I seem to have lost track of time. Very easy to do when you're always busy doing stuff.
You notice he goes, "Can I talk to you for a moment?" She walks away with him. You notice that they start to whisper.
What do you guys think I have to do to get her to slap me like that?
I don't know, but it's rather cute. That belt. I wonder if it comes in my size. So, I have something sheer like that. It's just darling. But
You see Cervantes kind of do this real loud, like,
No.
you notice he puts his hand on his head, and you watch the two of them come back. He stares down at the floor, and as he does, you notice that this red genie pulls out a bottle. I can't help you because Cervantes and I need to go be together. So, I have someone who can help you. She throws the bottle over towards you.
Shake it around, something liquid in there.
You look at it, it's this very ornate looking bottle. You notice that the glass is actually has this black and white spiral that runs all the way up to the top of it. And on the top of the cork, you see this what looks like a very large bug. It's kind of hunkered over it like a scarab. You notice that on the bottle there appears to be a name. Jergal. Bub. Yergal Bub.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, there is a genie, and as soon as she says genie, you notice that Cervantes goes,
Or demon, whatever it is.
Is it a genie or is it a demon? Which one is it?
Honestly, we don't know.
So, you want me to just pop the cork off this thing and fuck around with something you don't even know what it is?
We've dealt with him before. He's just very, has a very unique way of getting things done.
Well, it's either we pop the cork or get shot to death by cannons.
Well, which one's gonna be worse?
I mean, that is true. If you don't take his help, then, you're gonna essentially be blown to pieces.
We just got out of the shit. We just got out of the shit. Why is this happening to me?
I don't know what this
Well, you know what they say about shit?
No.
There's often another pile really close by.
Is that the saying?
Well, he's a god, so I guess it is now. Alright, thanks.
Is he the-
Thanks for this.
All right,
you notice that the red genie woman looks towards you. Just remember, it's very attached to that rule, by the way. Cervantes goes,
yeah. If you need to take care of him, it's very easy to get rid of.
and you watch as the red genie disappears.
Go ahead.
And you know, also, I know you're doing like a little lover's quarrel or something, but I know something that helps with that usually is adding someone else in the mix, you know, just change things up. So if you ever need anybody, just, you know, let me know.
Just get a hold of me and let me know when.
No, not him, not him. Ignore him. He's not here.
He kind of stops and looks towards you, eyes both you and Kaz up and down.
You become the first Dreadlord and we can talk.
I'm gonna pop it open.
You pop it open and nothing happens.
I'm gonna turn it upside down and like shake it.
Nothing.
Does it need an arcane charge? I don't understand.
The spell is on the bottle.
Is it directions? I mean,
Is it like in runes when I look at it?
No, it's just
plain
the
common.
name.
Oh, just the name. Oh. How'd you say it again?
Yergal.
Yergal
Yergal
Bub.
Bub?
Yergal.
You just say it. Just say Yergal Bub. That's it.
That's one.
Oh. Yergal Bub.
There's two.
oh, this is very cliche. I don't like it.
Do we say Yergal Bub again?
And as soon as you say it a third time, you all watch as dance lights.
What the fuck?
Okay, put it back.
Close it. Close it.
You notice that Cervantes immediately puts his hand on his face, and you watch as these disco lights.
The fuck is this magic? What is this?
And
I do something wrong?
as soon as you look around, you watch as a spotlight shoots down to the center of the ship. And as you look towards the spotlight, you see an individual who appears to be wearing this black and white outfit. You see large
fucking Christ.
green hair.
God
You know, is
damn it,
that-
why?
is
We made a mistake.
Say his name backwards.
Say it back.
Do something, anything. With the back.
You watch
Bubble Green?
as they grab a microphone. You notice that they
Well, how are y'all doing there, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you all for calling Yergal Bub to the stand.
What is he holding?
As he drops the mic, you notice that the music completely cuts, and he starts to make his way over to all of you, and you watch as the individual kind of jumps and sort of glides over and lands down. This isn't Palm Springs. So, oh, Cervantes, how's it going there? It's been a long time, hasn't it? Is that Cervantes stops and goes,
Yeah, it's been a very long time. Not long enough. Well, don't worry about that. What do you need? Because I'm here. I'm A-game. I'm ready to rock and roll. I've been ready.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I just need you to distract my friends and let me do my magic out here. If you can do that for me, I would greatly appreciate that. Well, all right then. I definitely can take care of that. Who are your friends?
Cervantes kind of takes his fingers and points towards the group, and he kind of looks over and he goes, whoa! He makes his way over. As soon as he looked over, he looks over and sees Jezebel. He kind of makes his way over and just goes like, whoa, okay, all right, now we're in business. So you come here often?
Yeah, why don't we get to the point? What's going on here? I'm not interested in this.
All right, well, fine. We'll get to the point. I guess I could do something a little special for y'all. I don't know if you know this, but it is the Winter's Heart Festival.
Is it?
Yeah, that means it's time for all the lovebirds to get together and consummate. You know what I mean?
You know, you're
What
even
is
a little
wrong
bit
with
much.
you?
This is a bit much for me. Even this is a lot.
Can you spell it? Let's see.
This is. I would rather be blown up at cannons. Can we
Can we go
just
back
put
to the
cork
other
back
thing?
on this?
Can-
Because I've never been so turned off.
Cervantes kind of
Can
Cervantes stops and goes,
Oh, my head.
Can you please just get on with it?
Is this how a paladin feels on day in, day out? Is this like zero sexual desire at all whatsoever?
Yeah, this guy's a massive douchebag. What's going on?
you know, as he looks over and goes,
Yurgle, can you go wait over there for a moment while I speak with my companions? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just be right over here, practicing up my swing.
you know, as he moves over, he's somehow now in a baseball uniform and what looks like to be some sort of baseball hat as he's practicing his swing. Cervantes.
Gladly.
Okay.
I apologize for his crudeness. The crudeness is intentional, by the way.
Yeah, very rude to my friend here.
He's trapped. Forever. You say his name 3 times, he either appears or disappears. But there's only one way for him to break his spell. He has to marry someone.
I can't do this.
So he's doing the opposite of what you're supposed to do when you attract somebody?
That's why that's the rule. No, trust me, that is his natural repulsive personality.
God, I feel like I've heard this somewhere before, like read a book about it or something.
He's tried to do this for thousands of years. And in different universes.
So let me understand this. You are a god of sex and desire, and
Yeah,
you have a concubine. I'm assuming you have more, but we get Urkelbub.
You know, so as soon as you say Yurglebub,
You didn't say Yurglebub, you said Urglebub.
oh, that's right. You said Urkelbub. As soon as you say Urkelbub, it goes,
All right, see, you're already catching on. You're not saying his name properly. Good. I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I lost a bet. I'm his guardian until someone else can take him off my hands. And this is more or less this is Farah more or less punishing me.
You're getting punished?
Yes, the sweet little thing you saw earlier. She knows I can't stand him. I hate him with every fiber of my being. And I wish I could destroy him, but for some reason he's part of some cosmic wheel that I don't understand. He's indestructible. Even gods can't get rid of him. I can only imagine if he actually frees himself.
Alright, so we don't let him get married.
Yeah,
Okay, that's perfect.
trust me.
Perfect.
He's gonna try to convince one of you. That's why he clearly went right to the two of you. But just don't agree to marry him.
I can't see myself ever doing that.
Good.
Also, I'm technically already married, so I don't think that's...
He doesn't care.
Oh.
Just sit. Promise me. You will not say I do.
You're making it seem like it's gonna be a challenge or something, and we like gesture broadly to
He
you.
will try to trick you.
See, that's good information.
So how is the stipulations does it work? Does it, we have to go through a whole entire ceremony and there's a...
Yes,
Okay.
In what way can he trick us? Like, can he change form or something?
it's usually through blackmail.
Oh,
So horrible.
that's not tricking then, that's just blackmail.
I said usually through blackmail.
Okay.
If he tricks you, it will be by disguising himself, although he's kind of, as you look over, you see him kind of just...
Oh god.
I can't wait to marry that.
He's, kind of has some really obvious giveaways. Mainly, he's fucking disgusting.
Noted.
So, also, if you're ever in doubt, just say his name 3 times. If it is him, you'll send him back to the bottle.
Can we do that right now?
Well, you're gonna have to get him to use his magic first, and then after that, if you say his name 3 times, it'll end his spell and bring you back here. If I'm not done by that time, it could cause some issues. So just
Stall.
stall.
Alright.
Yeah, it's the best way of doing it. Really feel like I'm letting you down here, guys. Apologize, but trust me, I believe in you.
Stellar performance right there.
Can we go back in the whale?
I think we might still be there. I think we died. We died. This is official.
No, you're not dead. I can assure you of that. So, why don't you, get on with it so I can get through this.
Alright. Let's get on with it. It's a whole fucking mess. Everything, my whole life is a fucking mess. And I'm gonna walk over to him.
And as you walk over to him, you notice that he sees you, the two of you approach, and you notice he has this strange device. It's a telephone, but it appears to be on a pedestal. You notice it's got a cord. It's going up to his ear. Hey, old McDonald, I'm just calling. I found out where all your milk went. As he stares at Jezebel.
Wow.
And he then hangs up the phone. Oh, I didn't see you coming. Oh, are you all ready? Ripley. All right.
Yeah, let's just get this rolling, alright?
No rules though. Don't say my name. All right.
Yeah, can we just call you Bub?
Is that the...
Bub works just fine.
Great.
Okay, Bob.
All right.
Looking forward to this whole nightmare.
Let me just go ahead and whip up my magic here.
Remember what Savant says?
Should we say it 2 times and then just in case?
Step right up, one and all. Come right forward.
Sorry, that's automatically the finger that I put up.
And you're actually married.
I hope you're all here ready for a show, because now it is time to get a little bit magical. Alright, here we go. Concentrate. And...
Wow. My love is truly in the air tonight, huh?
Well, that was
Wait, yeah, he's got some longevity to it.
No, I think even a Feywild even acts like this. What even is this thing?
I don't know, I just want to go.
So I must have ate too much love last night.
Do you need to go to the
You're
bathroom?
absolutely repulsive. You disgust me.
All right, let's get on with the show.
And
His feelings.
you watch as a quick flash leaves his hands.
Dude, we're only like 30 minutes in and I'm broken already. I can't.
And as everything goes white, you notice that there is this strange out-of-body experience. Almost feels as though you leave yourself and you come right back to your body and your form. Cass, you awaken your eyes to see yourself on a horseback, although now you do not have any recollection of your life as Kaz. You see yourself now as Prince Corvin from a very noble house of established dark elves on the surface world. There never was any surface wars. There never was any schism between the dark elves and the rest of the elves. Everything has always been this peaceful. And you are now on your way to head to a lovely retreat. It's a rather well-known manor. It can be considered a bed and breakfast by some, but a resort is a more appropriate term for it. It's illustrious, large complex. It's where nobles and aristocrats from all over Faramine come to relax, to find solitude and peace. And many say that it is a very popular romantic getaway. However, you, out of all of your siblings, are the only one who is unwed. And you've never found someone that you truly connect with. You're always unsure if people are only looking at you for your potential, for your output, as opposed to loving the real you. Lavender.
Yes.
You awaken outside this manor, as you have been the gardener here for many, many years, tending to the flowers and the hedges. In many ways, if it wasn't for you, this place would not have half the tranquility that it offers. You maintain the glorious stone fountains in the courtyard, the beautiful pond that is in the back. You even take care of the hot springs and the steam pond, which is often used by couples.
Oh, you clean up the mess.
Nope.
You definitely clean up.
That definitely don't.
Falner, you open your eyes as well. Not as Falner the Bard, or Falner from Umidin. You open your eyes and you are Falner, King of Estonia, the ruler of the North, conqueror of Krollheim. You have traveled far and wide to come to this resort, not for peace, but you have come for love. You see, throughout your years as king, You have been with many women and men. None of them have been able to satisfy your warrior's heart. They all seem to be unable to best you. And you are only in hopes that on this retreat that you will find someone that will meet that caliber. Which leads us to Giselle Savant, a noble from Aronia, who was born with loving and caring parents. You did not experience the hatred and the trauma that you know as Jezebel. You lived a unflawed life and have become very successful and are in the process of taking over the Savant trading industry, handed down gracefully by your father. However, you, much like a Korathane, have missed an important part. You always seem to find yourself in relationships where you don't connect with the other individual. And it always sadly fades. And just for once, you feel like you wish you could find someone where you have true, actual feelings for. So you have come to this man. This illustrious Rosewood Manor. High within the sweetest vineyards of Golgia. They say the altitude here is perfect for the distillery. And it is taking place in midsummer. There will not be any colts or mushrooms, though, I assure you.
Thank God for them.
So, we will start off with both Lady Giselle and Prince Korathane arriving relatively at the same time. As you approach the gates of the Rosewood Manor, you can see that the petaled blossom trees are currently blowing in the wind. It's creating this nice veil of petals as they cover the ground. You can see that there appears to be a gardener hard at work taking care of the hedges and cleaning up the petals as they fall, making sure that not accumulate too much. Before you approach the gates, you notice that your horses stop as they approach. You see the sight of two individuals that come closer. One of them appears to be a rather broad-shouldered half-elf. You notice that they have long hair, and they look very much like monks. You notice that they look towards you, and as they see the two of you approach, "My lord, my lady, may I take your horses? I run the stables. I can retrieve your belongings and have them delivered upstairs."
Oh, yes, please. That would be lovely.
Thank you. My steed is rather tired from travels.
You notice the other individual appears to be this hunched over individual. Kind of has a humpback, sort of has a elongated, distorted like face. As they approach you, "Greetings, my lords and ladies. Perhaps I may take you inside and show you the premises. Have you by chance visited Rosewood Manor in the past?"
Have we?
You have not. It's your first time here.
I have not.
Very well. as you both get off your horses. Do you follow?
Royalty first.
Please, my lady, if you'd like, I could escort you to the front.
Oh, that'd be so lovely of you. Thank you.
Offer up my arm.
Okay. And as the two of you daintily walk into the courtyard, it is absolutely beautiful. Lavende has done a superb job maintaining the yard. And it is definitely very Norman Rockwell. It is there's another particular artist that makes very whimsical paintings, and I can't remember his name right now, but he has a lot of calendars. Anyways.
It's very... Bob Ross.
Not Bob Ross, but...
Bob Ross. It looks like a Bob Ross painting.
Is it too low?
Yeah. Main, right?
Yeah, just bump me up a little bit.
Let's see if that's better. Let us know if that's any better for you guys.
As the two of you make your way to the front, you notice that the individual escorting you, I'm sorry, I am the head butler here. My name is Bartholomew. I will take you all inside and show you to your rooms.
Pleasant. Thank you.
As you two walk in, you come into the grand foyer. There appears to be a double grand staircase. One on the left, one on the right. You'd have to assume that both of these are large enough on their own to be their own grand staircase, but this building is large enough for two of them. You notice that it goes up to a second floor mezzanine walkway that then turns into what looks like multiple corridors and rooms. You notice that on the floor of this foyer, you can see that there's a grand piano, an illustrious statue in the center of the room. As you look at it, it appears to be a statue of what you could only presume to be a golden dragon, rising up with its wings spread wide. And as you look towards the top, there appears to be a very subtle trickle of clear, clean water exiting from the mouth, dripping down the body of the statue. The statue of itself is ivory. The only reason why you can tell it's a gold dragon is just because of the physical features of the dragon. As you're making your way, you actually see it both on the right and left side of the foyer. There's two large sliding doors. The doors that slide into the walls. I can't remember what those are actually called, but I think you know what they're called.
Pocket door.
Pocket door, thank you. Two large pocket doors on each side reveal into other rooms. On the left side, you see what looks like a amazingly well-crafted, designed dining hall. It's massive. Definitely royalty in stature. You can see that it probably can seat well over 50 guests. You can see on the right side, there appears to be a room that opens up into a massive space. In fact, as you're walking, your feet are clicking off the tiles. It's echoing throughout the foyer. It's bouncing, the sound reverberating through the room as it is the grand ballroom. You can see that the walls are immaculately painted. They have gold foyer trim. You can see that the ballroom has not one, not two, but 3 grand chandeliers hanging from the ceiling down. It is definitely a sight to behold, even if you are a royal person. This is may potentially be the greatest looking building you've ever seen.
Well, I'm sorry, and I don't mean to be rude. But I'll introduce myself. It's Prince Coraphane.
Oh my, alright. I'm gonna do like a little, would it be curtsy?
Yeah, little curtsy.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Jezebel Savala, or Giselle Savala.
Oh, and I'm sorry, where do you hail from?
Ravenscroft.
Ravenscroft.
You instantly recognize the name of this Savant Trading Company, and you know that they essentially own and control the majority of all pork trading throughout Avondale.
Well, that's rather impressive. That's Your family's got quite a name for itself.
They do. They worked hard for it, so.
So, what brings you to this fine establishment?
Oh, I just needed a little getaway, I suppose you could say. What about yourself?
I could say that myself too.
I'm sure it doesn't compare to what you live in at home.
It doesn't, but it's nice to get away and try to search for something that's missing in yourself.
As the two of you make your way up this staircase, you're turned and you begin led down. However, unlike a inn, unlike a normal bed and breakfast, these rooms are not designed for just mere nobles. Each one of these rooms were designed as though it was going to house a king or queen. Each room is large enough to be the grand bedroom in any castle. Each room is outfitted with not only its own grand master bedroom, it is outfitted with a grand wardrobe, it is outfitted with a working bathtub with heated water. It is also outfitted with what appears to be some sort of self-disposing chamber pot.
Magic.
You notice that the individual leads you to your rooms, and as he stops, if there's anything else that I can be of service, feel free to find me. My name, again, is Bartholomew, and I hope you have a pleasant stay here at Rosewood.
Thank you, Bartholomew. You've been very lovely. Do I have like a coin purse or something?
No,
I can give them?
I cannot accept any sort of tips.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
You notice that as soon as he bows, he looks towards you, goes, "You are free to explore the grounds as though this is your own house. I only ask that you do not interrupt other guests while they are in their rooms."
Of course not.
Is that an occurring problem or something?
Oh, no, just some of our guests have come from different cultures and view property as an open area.
Is that something we'll have to worry about tonight?
I assure you, you should not. However, your rooms do have locks.
Wonderful.
Good day, Lord, lady. Notice that
As soon as he turns around, I want to sleight of hand a coin.
Sure,
to his
go for
pocket.
it.
Let's see if I can do it, though. That's the question. No, I'm just going to do this. Oh, not bad. What's that? 17.
Like an experienced thief or scoundrel, the Coryphane, you watch as Giselle slips a gold coin into the purse of this Bartholomew. And even for a moment, you, Giselle, you don't even know how you did that.
Well, that's some delicate hands you have there.
You know, I've never tried that before. I've always wanted to. I'm glad it went well for myself.
I usually see it done the other way. How kind of you.
Well, he definitely deserved it. I don't feel it's right for his employer to tell me he can't accept tips.
As you're having this conversation, you actually look past behind Giselle. You notice that one of the other guest rooms is open. There, within the guest room, you see what appears to be a fair-skinned elven woman. Long, dark, brunette hair rolled down into a braid along her shoulder. You can see that there appears to be this rather elegant tiara that is placed upon her head. You see that she's wearing this very deep, dark blue with silver accents and what looks as though fireflies are running up the side of the dress. You recognize this individual. You know that her name is Lady Lily Moonsong. You've recognized her, and you have to admit in the past you've found a liking to her. However, you've never really built up the courage to confront her, worrying that it may just lead to another discovery of selfish engagements.
If you would excuse me, Lady Savant, I actually, I was just reminded of something I have to attend to.
Oh, well, of course, Your Highness.
I'll curtsy again. I'm so bored. Wow. My life wasn't a shit.
Jesus Christ.
Well, until we meet again.
Good day.
Kind of pass by her and start walking towards that room.
Okay. Giselle, as Akoraphane leaves, you go to open your door handle, and you notice that the door won't open. And it also kind of seems a little loose.
Wait, loose but won't open?
Like
there's something wrong
like
with
the
it?
door handle's a little loose, and it's not wanting to fully turn.
Interesting. I'll look around. Is there any, employees around?
You know that Bartholomew didn't quite move very fast, so you probably could catch him if you
I'll
caught
try
him.
to catch up with him.
You make your way back to the steps, and as you do, you notice that he's getting towards the bottom.
Excuse me, Bartholomew.
Oh, yes.
My door seems to be jammed. Can't get in.
I'm greatly apologize, my lady. I will have the handyman come up and take a look at that door. Should be up there shortly. I will fetch him immediately.
Thank you.
So then he turns and begins to walk away. Meanwhile, Bombay,
Wait till it turns around.
out in the yard, you begin to hear what sounds like drums.
That's odd. Is it odd? I don't know if it's odd or not.
To be honest, no,
Okay.
it's not odd.
Okay.
However, it is uncommon, but you have heard this before. Certain individuals, when they arrive, like to make a appearance. King Folner, Wildheart, King of Estonia, Conqueror of Krollheim. You have traveled far and wide, and as you approach upon your battle steed, you're accompanied by a band, a caravan of performers and bards, playing drums and instruments and dancing and praising the deeds of Falner Wildheart.
Great, so you're extra as fuck.
God, I hope this is taken out of context.
And as you approach Falner, you see Falner arrive. You instantly recognize his banner. You instantly recognize the colors that his flag flies. You're also aware that at Rosewood Manor, does not matter if your nationality, does not matter where you hail from, there is absolutely to be zero confrontation or conflict. Even political bickering is forbidden within the Rosewood Manor. If a individual or a patron was to cause such a problem, they are removed and forbidden to ever return. You see, as King Folner finally approaches the gates, his band disperses and stops their playing. As this happens, Folner, you are approached by this broad-shouldered, blonde-haired half-elf. As they approach, they stare at you and look at you with a gaze. In fact, it's a gaze that you have not seen in a very long time. See, this half-elf stares at you in your eyes. You are not used to being stared at in the eyes. Most people that speak to you, they stare at your chin, they stare at your chest. They dare not make eye contact. The last time you've ever felt this is in the heat of battle, as your enemies fell before you, and you got to see their stare as your blade plunged into their chest. Something is intriguing you about this half-elf. May I take your steed, my lord?
You may. What is your name? Young knave.
My name is Mox.
Mox.
I take care of the horses here. Something wrong, my lord?
No, nothing's wrong. Make sure you take good care of her.
I will.
I'll just get off there then.
You get off the horse. You notice that even as Mox passes you, there's a strange air around them. It's almost as though they don't see you as a superior, but not necessarily see you as an inferior. It's like you're standing next to someone who considers you a neutral individual. This impresses you. As Mox puts their hand on the horse and begins to lead it away, you can't help but admire that Mox has a rather strong, muscular build. It's quite athletic. In fact, it's a warrior's body.
Real life.
You notice that one of your bards goes, "Are you okay, my lord?"
Oh, I'm fine. Oh,
You just go staring off in the distance.
I wasn't remembering something.
All right. And you notice that as that one guy turns and walks away, he looks towards the other one and goes like, "I think the Alzheimer's dementia's creeping in soon."
I hear that.
They whisper it. Do you make your way in?
I do.
Okay. As you walk into the gates, Lavine, you are aware that typically if Bartholomew isn't out to introduce a guest or take them inside, that you've been accustomed to help him out when he's busy inside.
So I was working on
You were trimming the hedges. In fact, you actually just got done fashioning one of the hedges into what looks like a castle.
So I'm assuming there's is there a flower bed near me?
Sure.
Sure. There just happens to be one.
Trust me, there is a lot of landscaping done to this
I'm
property.
going to watch him kind of start walking in and realize that Bart is not there.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the flower bed, the closest one, and try to pick out the one that would make it the least awkward if I were to take it out. So, if you take one out, it could look weird. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try to take the best one out. Just
So you pluck one.
I'm going to go over to King Folner Wildheart. Hello, King Folner? If I'm correct?
You are.
I'm going to hold out the rose. This is my gift to you for coming to the Rose Manor.
Rosewood Manor.
Rosewood Manor. It's my offering of peace to you.
Well, alright. I
Unfortunately,
didn't bring you anything.
that is not the...
Holy shit, is he actually an Alzheimer's?
Yeah. I can depart something with you. I'll put it in my... I don't know if I have a little pill, but I put it in my little pill. I take off my ride gloves. There you go. And I walk in.
What's happening?
Good kid.
Thanks, me, Joe.
I don't know. He just gave you his gloves.
I don't even know what to do with this.
Just say thank you. He's a king and he has Alzheimer's. Don't piss him off.
So,
Thanks, King.
do you not escort him, or do you just let him walk off by himself?
I'm really confused. I'm gonna try to catch up to him.
Okay, you catch up to him.
No, King. The normal help isn't here right now. I was actually going to try to escort you to your room.
Oh, right.
Sorry, 2 people came right before you, so.
You notice that his band is basically following behind him with all of his belongings.
Oh, are we expecting a lot?
I mean,
Rosewood is always packed.
yeah, it's always packed. I mean, it has its fair amount of people usually.
Very well.
But
And what do I call you?
my name is Lavender, but yeah. But you could just call me the gardener. I'm just here to help. And would I know where his room is? How would I know where his room is?
Well, typically, what Bart has either keys or you could go to where they keep them, and you could grab a key for a room.
Oh, so it's like designated
Designated room
Okay.
keys. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to go over to that quickly and
Grab him a key.
go through the keys and grab the one that says King. I'm assuming it says King.
No, you would just grab. If there's a key in there, that means that room's unoccupied.
Oh, so there's not like a designated thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just grab the key.
Use it. Give him a real sweet.
And I'm going to look back. Do I have to get a room for all your friends?
Well,
Where are they going to stay?
You are aware that if a royal or a noble brings servants with them, there is a servants' quarters that's an adjacent building.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
you have anywhere that you put them up for?
That is right.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
there we have a place for that. Yes, yes. Sorry, it is. Bart usually takes care of this, Bartholomew, but
Oh, that's good.
you know he's busy right now. But if they want to wait here, I can show you where your room is, and then I can show them where their room place is.
Sure.
Right, and then I'm going to.
All right. As you're taking them, you actually pass by the handyman. As you see him, you notice that he's got looks like a box of tools with him in his hands. Shivan has been working here at the Rosewood Manor for quite some time. Pretty quiet individual, but you know that he is a water genasi.
As I'm walking by, I'll be like, "Hey, Shiv, how's it going? You got some stuff to fix? What's going on?"
Always fixing something.
Yeah, you keep this place running, you know.
Notice that as he goes up the stairs, you lead Fowler to his room.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, don't worry about him. He's the fixer guy around here. Like, I take care of the plants. He's the fixer guy.
Things break around here very often.
Not usually. You know, things break. Things happen.
Awkward conversation.
Welcome to any conversation with me, man.
Coropane.
What?
You made your way over to.
You.
Oh, thank you.
You made your way over to Lady Moonsong's room.
I'm sorry.
Yes. As I approach, I will knock on the door.
Well, the door is already open, so you just knock on the side.
Yes.
You notice as she's adjusting the tiara on her head, she turns and looks over to you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Prince of Coropane.
Lady Moonsong.
Ah, well, this is a pleasure. I did not know I would be seeing you here.
It's the same to you.
So are you here for business? Pleasure.
I guess you could say it's pleasure. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and get away from the kingdom for a bit.
Well, that is a sigh of relief. I am here for the exact same thing.
I must must be that type of place where one can find oneself.
Are you by chance coming to the ball tonight?
I didn't give it any thought until now.
I've heard rumors that you are an incredible dancer.
Well, Father did send me off to those schools in Etros. I picked up a thing or two, so luckily I finished all of my years in that bardic school.
Well then, if that's the case, then I do not have a dancer for tonight.
Oh. Well, if you would have me,
I would be honored, Prince Aquino.
So what time is this dance? I'm sorry.
I believe it's supposed to be sometime after dinner. And it's going to be a full moon tonight, so it should be quite lovely. The windows in there are extraordinary.
Well, I look forward to escorting you to the dance.
Well, until then, I will be relaxing.
I will try to settle myself too. So, thank you, and again, I look forward to tonight.
You could come and relax with me.
Well, I actually just got here, so I do need to unpack my things, but
Of course.
maybe after the ball.
Well, I will be enjoying these hot springs I keep hearing about.
Hot springs.
Yes, I guess they're supposed to do wonders for your skin.
Well, maybe that's something I can explore while I'm getting familiar with the place.
Enjoy yourself, Prince Corbin.
You too, Lady Moonsong.
And you notice that as you sort of bowed back out of the room, she closes the door. And do you head to your room?
Yes, I go ahead and head to my room.
And as you head to your room, you actually pass by the same individual that I described passing by Lavender. You see, as you go into your room, Lady Savant was waiting outside of her room, and you see her get approached by that man. You notice as this individual approaches, they appear to have what looks like a undercut, their hair pulled back into like a top knot. They have what looks like an open white tunic shirt. You can see that around their throat, though, there appears to be this rather abrasive-looking scar that runs all around their neck. And you actually see what looks like a tattoo that seems to be snaking down into the shirt. Good evening, lady. Something wrong with your door?
Yeah, it appears to be jammed. I can't get it open.
As he puts his hand on it and tries opening it. Yes. A lot of the doors here, a lot of the things here are fairly old. Kind of break down every once in a while. I can take care of it though. Just give me a moment. So he reaches down and grabs his tools. He makes his way over to the door. Stops for a moment. Is your last name Savant?
Yeah, how'd you know that?
I don't know. I feel like we've met before.
Maybe my name's written on the registry or something downstairs and you saw it?
Yeah, maybe. Sorry. Not trying to...
Do I feel like I recognize him at all?
Not really. Looks like, I mean, you feel like you would recognize someone who had that distinctive of a appearance. You can't quite recall ever meeting this individual.
Okay.
Just as they fix the door, you notice that it tightens up and you open it. hear the click of the door as he opens it up. There we are. Good as new.
Thank you. Sorry, what's your name?
My name's Shivan. I'm a handyman here.
Shivan, that's an interesting name.
Yeah, people call me Shiv for short.
Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Etros, but I've been around a lot, actually. Been here for a while, though, now.
Alright, well, thank you.
It's no problem. Enjoy your stay. Will you be attending the ball tonight?
Did I know of the ball?
They typically have a ball at least once a week. You weren't aware that it was going to happen tonight, but you do now.
Oh, I didn't know there was one tonight, but I suppose I have nothing else to do.
It's supposed to be a fairly large occasion. You need anything, feel free to come find me.
Alright, thank you.
As he grabs his tools and stands up and begins to walk away.
Well, I was walking away, I want to check him out from behind.
You got definitely some buns you can bounce a coin off
good,
of.
good, I like that.
Meanwhile, Lavender, bring Fallner to his room.
So, this is your room. I'm going to go to, unlock it for him.
As you unlock his door, you open it up. Fallner, you see the room there before you, and it is, actually, surprisingly, it is a lot better, a lot nicer than the one in your own castle.
I hope this suits a king.
I think this do very well, thank you.
I hope you enjoy your stay. If you have any questions, I'm sure one of the butlers will be around. I'm going to hand him his key.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
Of course. That is what we're here for. Enjoy your stay. I'm going to turn and walk.
And as you turn and walk, do you head to your room?
I did.
Go into your room. Is there anything you'd like to do once you're in there?
Just motion my entourage to bring in only stuff.
Okay. As they go and bring in your belongings, they then leave to head to the servants' quarters themselves. As you are leaving Lavender, you actually come across an individual running up towards you, yelling your name. As they do, they seem to be scurrying. Lavender! Lavender! You see Sky.
Oh my god.
She is the local, or the resident chef here within the Rosewood Manor. She's out of breath. Oh, I'm so glad I caught you.
Can I help you?
I really need your help. I'm trying to get ready to prepare for tonight's banquet, and I am completely out of carrots.
You're out of carrots?
Yes. I was wondering if you could come help me.
I mean, I don't...
I know you're
Can I
busy,
just-
but I really need your help. I'll owe you one, a big one.
Well, if you put it that way, I think we can make a deal. You'll owe me
Besides, you're the one that knows, everything about the plants anyways in the garden.
one. Yes, that is true. Don't have to, play with my ego, but I do appreciate that you know that.
All right. Well, let's go.
Okay. And then I'm going to follow.
All right. And as the two of you end up leaving, you get down and you head outside. As soon as you head into the back, you are in the back courtyard, which is your bread and butter. You are very familiar with this terrain, and there's a section of the property where the manor has their own garden. And garden is actually a misleading word. It's more of a field. They have a field that is tilled and taken care of regularly by yourself. And carrots is definitely one of the vegetables that's grown on the property. As you make your way over towards the field, you notice that Sky is following right behind you, hand and foot. As you get there, she looks towards you and goes, Okay, so, which one should we take?
How many do you need?
About 30?
You need 30? How did you let that get that low?
Well, we changed the menu last minute. I wouldn't think we were going to be making, anything involving carrots, and now we are, so...
I guess that's true. I thought that would be like kind of a thing that you would always keep on hand, but I'm assuming I know like the sections.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm going to walk over to the carrots and like motion her over to them.
Okay. And as you walk over and you find the carrots, do you start picking them, plucking them?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a nature roll.
And after this, you guys can hold hands.
Ooh, I only got the 10. So my nature is 5.
Okay.
I have plans depending on how this goes.
Oh, the hand-holding variety?
I mean, you'll know when that happens. Can we use magic in this world?
Can you?
I don't know. We'll find out.
So,
I have plans.
He's a data party. Must be.
you notice that as you're picking the carrots and you're bending over, you look over, you see Sky's also picking carrots at the same time. As you're looking back and you grab it, you feel this plop on your back. And you kind of look over real quick and you notice there's dirt falling off your back. You notice that you look over towards Sky and she's just plucking carrots.
I'm going to like look up and around.
Give me a perception check.
I have to get buried alive. That's not
The 24.
24?
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of go back to what you're doing and you start plucking carrots. You kind of look between your legs and you kind of see Sky sort of just behind your leg. And as you do, you notice that she's plucking carrots and keeps looking over at you. And the moment she thinks you're not looking, you see her pick up a handful of dirt and kind of chuck it over and go back to like grabbing carrots. You feel it hit your back again.
I'm not going to react. I'm just going to be like, oh, this carrot is really not wanting to come out. And I'm going to like put my hand in the dirt and like, as I pull the carrot out, I'm going to like fling dirt like towards her.
Okay, go ahead and give me you can either do sleight of hand or you can do a dexterity. Yeah, this carrot.
Wow, this carrot! Hold on, Oh, the book. Well, I got the 19.
19?
Yeah, both of them are 4.
Okay.
So
So you end up plopping it over there. You notice that Sky kind of takes a look over at you, and you see that she looks and sees this, and it hits her right on the top of her head. And you watch as the dirt falls down. She's kind of just
oh, you thought I wouldn't notice, didn't you?
Lavender! And she grabs a big handful of dirt and starts chucking at you. And at this point, the two of you just get into an all-out dirt fight. Go ahead and give me one more, actually a dexterity roll.
16.
Okay. As the dirt fight commences, you quickly become the aggressor and win during the dirt war.
That is what you get for messing with the gardener, Sky.
You know, so as she's covered in dirt. Okay, all right, you win.
I'm going to pull out the handkerchief because I would imagine I would like want to clean my hands off a lot because dirt. So I'm going to like have a handkerchief on me and like pull it out and hand it to her. Here you go. It was a nice try. You lost, but it was a nice try.
As she hands it, she goes, "Do you mind? I can't quite see my face."
I don't know if I'm going to take it, and don't really know if seeing your face is. Stop
Well,
moving.
how am I supposed to know where the dirt is?
You can feel it, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure you could feel it. I felt it on my back. Doesn't mean I didn't know where it was. As I'm like...
As you're sitting there rambling and going off, you notice that you finish wiping off her face. And she...
Sorry. I'm a child. Go ahead.
Thank you, Lavender.
You're welcome. No, you're going to have to help me clean this up after we're done. You know that.
Only after you carry all the carrots.
They're not that heavy, Sky. Here, I'm gonna hand her 2.
Fine. I'll hold
This
two.
is so romantic.
I'll hold 2 carrots. You, Harry, the rest.
And I'm going to like, I'm gonna put them in a basket. I'm assuming there's going to be a basket somewhere around here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lift it up.
Okay. And as the 2 of you bring your carrots back, honestly was not that long of a task, but you guys kind of made it a little bit longer as you guys decided to frolic and play in the dirt. By the time you get back, you notice that Sky puts the other 2 in the basket, and she grabs the basket in her hands. She goes, "Thank you, Lavender. I gotta get back to the kitchen, so
Yeah, and I got to go fix the mess that we made.
after dinner we should go hang out."
Okay.
You notice that she kind of reaches in and she gives you a little peck on your cheek.
Okay.
Also, you should wash yourself. You're stinky.
This is like my actual relationship.
I can't get away from it.
I can't get away from it.
And you notice that she turns and heads towards the kitchen.
Do I really? I'm gonna like wait till she's gone and be like, she's right. And I'm gonna like go. I'm assuming I have a room, someone to go to my room.
Yeah, you live in the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to go there and clean up.
Okay. As the day passes, everyone's able to experience their lounging, their relaxation, and enjoying the treatments that people have here at the Rosewood Manor. Nonetheless, eventually, dusk approaches as afternoon falls into evening. The smell of food begins to fill Rosewood Manor. Bellies and stomachs grumble and growl as the thought makes your mouth begin to water and salivate. Of course, guests are treated to the banquet, while servants usually eat amongst themselves in the servants' quarters. Do you all prepare yourselves for dinner?
Yes.
So, since the 3 of you are nobles and have brought all of your belongings, or the belongings that you deemed that you wanted to bring, could you 3 of you please describe your
Cookie first. Cookie
No!
first.
No.
please describe your dinner or ball garb?
Oh wait, is this the ball as well? Dinner then the ball?
Dinner then the ball.
So it's tonight.
So it's tonight. Yep.
Okay. Cookie.
No.
Starting with
King.
starting with Cookie. King Cookie, how are you preparing for the dinner?
I think you should come with me last night. Because
Are you googling royal outfit?
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
He hasn't typed
I'm
it
gonna
out.
be. I'll have Giselle wear like a emerald color dress, very form fitting.
That's what they're going.
Is that appropriate for this setting?
Sure.
Ball gown garb is that usually?
I would like for this setting and this type of imagery, it would be very Victorian-esque. Would be the dresses. So dresses would typically be very big, kind of designed for.
Oh my god! Okay, it's
Waltzing.
gonna be emerald color with the big hoop skirt.
Okay, a big hoop skirt.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I have the dinner gloves.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a really douchey little tiara.
Okay. Beautiful.
That's my outfit.
Beautiful.
And I'm also gonna be wearing a necklace, but it kind of gets lost in my boobs.
Okay. A Corphe.
I will be wearing a spider silk, I would say a tailcoat almost.
Okay.
Down towards the frills, it's very almost macabre design. Embroidered with gold embroidery. I would say probably like a dark, deep purple in color.
Okay.
Frills, very, like you said, described, Victorian-esque. I would have my servants come in and braid my hair very tight into a ponytail.
Very royal drow.
Yes, and I would have a purple ribbon in the back to tie it off. High boots, black leather, and if it's allowed at this point in time, I would have my royal blade on my side.
It would be. King Fuller.
or have the perfect thing. I'll have like like
You got this.
high thread count tunic on, right?
Like
Bed sheet.
Egyptian cotton.
The Egyptian count 1,000 count bed sheet top on.
He walks down.
High thread count is not something people use for
Walks
clothing.
down just with a fucking pillowcase. He cut a hole in the neck.
It'll catch on in it'll catch on in a
Wow,
few
the
years.
dementia was really hitting him hard.
Folder is
came out
a
of
free
nowhere.
elf.
Okay.
Wait, what? You're an elf?
Alright, so
Dobby.
I also it's got like a checkered design on it of blue and gold.
Okay.
And then it's got some furs on it, like that drape over the
Let's
shoulder.
have it first.
Wolf.
Wolf furs. Okay.
No.
You gotta match that desk count.
Alright, and then
I'm so sorry.
and then for the pants, it's got like the same type of design, high thread count, and also the checkered. It's just all ensemble. It's got I've got some I don't know what they call it, like jewelry of some kind, but they're like chains that
Oh, like the medallion thing?
kind of right, and
A sash?
a belt. Yeah,
Like
a sash, but it's like
a
metal.
chain sash.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Or like a chain to brooch.
that'll be fun too.
Okay.
And
Whatever really makes the pillowcase.
you know what? He's got a cane too.
You had a cane as well. Very well. All right.
What's on the head of the cane?
The head of the cane. It's a dragon's head.
Okay.
What kind of...
It's a cane sword, isn't it?
What?
It's a cane sword, isn't it?
What?
Oh, yeah. It is.
Okay.
As the three of you head down for dinner, the other guests as well have been making their way down and filling the banquet hall. It quickly fills up, and as the nobles and lords and ladies all sit down upon the chair, everyone starts to just genuinely have quaint conversations with each other. And again, political issues, drama, things like that are typically avoided here in Rosewood. It's kind of put on a back burner, and this is considered sort of a neutral zone where politics just really aren't brought up. However, three of you end up sitting right next to each other. To your left, Corfin, you notice that Lady Moonsong sits there as well. Fowler, is there anything you would like to do?
I'll come up and then just introduce myself.
Go ahead.
How do you do? I am King Fauna. And what may I ask is your name, Miss?
Oh, company of so many royalties tonight. Giselle Savant, it's a pleasure to meet you, Your Highness.
Pleasure's mine. King Fauna.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Prince Corfin.
Nice to meet you. Just stop working there for a minute.
I'm sorry, are you alright, My Majesty?
I'm absolutely fine.
You think
It's
the
been a
rumors are
long-
true?
Fuck! It's been a long trip, yeah. Everything's fine,
You all have heard of
especially upstairs.
horrible rumors of
Damn it!
Fowler's slow slip into madness.
I kind of like scoot away a little bit.
Fowler, could you please give me a perception check?
That is a 25.
25. You get a good look around the room. And as you've looked around the room, you spot and you look at every man and woman sitting at the table. And the only thing that you can see beings. Not a single one of them fits your criteria of a warrior. You look at their hands. They're all soft.
They're all soft. No calluses.
No calluses. These individuals look like they've never lifted a sword with heft in their life. Unlike you, your hands are rough like stone, filled with calluses and scars and nicks. You just keep thinking about that stable hand. How strong and rough their hands must be.
Are you making this noise in game?
He's like, I don't know if do it louder so they can hear you.
So he's gone from like slipping into mass just. Is he looking at
He's just next to me going,
Okay, you're a little
I'm making sure that they can hear
Alright,
it.
we're back, we're here.
Okay.
We're here, continue making your weird noises.
Enjoying your food over there?
yeah, it's very good.
Do we have our food?
There is an appetizer that's already been
Okay.
placed as you all sat. The main course will be arriving shortly.
You appear to have this hunger in your eyes, Majesty.
I do. It's been a long trip, as I said before.
How long was your trip?
How long was me?
From Krollheim to Goldia would be several months.
It was
You can do it.
it's been several months before I got here.
That must have been some sort of journey that you've had. Did you have any adventures along the way?
Oh, plenty.
Please do tell. I enjoy a good story.
I don't tell the stories. That's why I have a whole group of bards that follow me everywhere.
You brought bars with you?
Oh, of course. They travel everywhere with me. They tell me stories.
I'd love for them to tell us a story about what you've done so far.
Oh, sure. They can do that.
They're here. You actually have them here?
Right, yeah, they're this, the servant quarters.
Alright, well maybe, how long do you plan on staying here for?
How long ever I am required to be here.
What the fuck did you just say?
You meant to say however long I'm required to be here.
What did I say?
I don't know. That was.
You're not required to be here at all. This is your own free
Oh,
will.
you're required to be here?
They said you because you
Is there something happening? Do you
I
want me to-
mean, obviously Destiny put me here, so like, however long Destiny wants me to stay here.
Oh, I believe in
That's,
destiny. Interesting.
Of course, what I meant.
So,
And this.
How have we done this for an hour now?
how the Rosewood Manor works is you stay as long as you like. Basically until you feel like you want to leave.
Oh, I mean, I'll probably just be here until I just feel like it.
Well, I'm sure you could use the rest and relaxation.
Yeah, it's been a long trip. Several months.
Right, you said that.
I know, I'm just reiterating it.
Yes, you're you're fun to speak to. You're very well worded, well versed. I appreciate your company.
Thank you.
I imagine such a warrior king like yourself deserves rest and relaxation to get away from, the hustle and bustle of running a kingdom.
Quite right.
At this point, you notice at one end of the table there's a large fireplace. It's currently not being used because it is the summer, so it's fairly warm. However, windows have been opened, and there is a cool breeze flowing throughout this banquet hall. You see by the fireplace, an individual walks out, appears to be wearing servant garb. They look very fair-skinned. They have white hair. You notice they're wearing a nice yellow tailcoat. Good evening, everyone. I am Marigold, and I will be your personal servant for tonight's dinner. You notice that he's standing on what appears to be a bear-skinned rug that looks oddly like Taku. As he stands on this rug. If you have any questions about tonight's course, please feel free to inquire about it. After tonight's dinner, you may feel free to lounge about, explore the gardens, head to the hot springs, but, of course, Rosewood's most notorious events, the Grand Ball, will be taking place shortly after dinner.
I'm quite looking forward to that one. Who's playing for that?
We have multiple bands preparing to play. We have a string quartet, as well as a rather notorious bard.
How notorious?
That is a surprise for tonight.
Damn.
I hope you all enjoy your dinner. As he leaves, you just hear the sound of a bell ring, and as your appetizers are taken away, you notice that the main course is put out. You can see that the main course is very light. They know people are going to be dancing later, so they don't want to give you a hearty meal. But it is, however, what appears to be a single rib of lamb. There appears also to be a very delicately designed entree added to it. It appears to be also a cream spinach, and what also looks to be a truffled potato as well, served with sour cream and chives.
As we are eating, I'm going to wait till Lily doesn't have a mouthful of food.
Okay.
So, my lady, how are you enjoying your meal?
Oh, this is quite lovely. I'm not too much for a meat eater, but it is very savory. I will give the chef that. Very well cooked. Although I am looking more forward to our dance date tonight.
I am too. It's been a while, so I might be a little rusty with formal dancing.
Well, I'll be counting on you. After all, I expect you to take the lead.
Of course.
Notice that she looks over towards you. And I'm sorry, I wasn't eavesdropping, but did you say your name was Lady Savant?
Yeah, Giselle Savant.
Lady Moonsong. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
King Wildheart.
I
It has been a long time. Do you remember me?
don't.
Yeah, I don't think he remembers
So
much.
the rumors are true.
God.
It was, well over 100 years ago.
How old are you?
Over 100 years old.
Do you...
I need another cookie. Give me another cookie.
Please. Oh my
Please.
god, Dominic.
Yeah, just save one for me.
I'll give you a cookie again.
Manners.
That's quite all right. It was a long time ago, so no hard feelings.
I apologize.
I'm sorry? Did you just tell me to apologize?
I mean, like, I'm not really good with faces and names.
I think he meant he apologizes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Apologies is what he meant.
Okay.
What did I say?
You said apologize.
My apologies. Did you not hear that?
That's not what you said.
I'm pretty sure that's what I said.
That's not what you said, Your Highness. With all due respect.
What's
It's been a long journey, as you said before. His brain's probably a little
Yes. Of course,
tired.
of course. You notice that the awkward dinner sort of partakes from that point, and as she finishes, you notice that she places her napkin down, looks towards Prince Accord. I'm going to
change into my ball gown and I will await you in the ballroom.
I'll be waiting.
She gets up. You notice that guests begin to leave. Many of them going to go get changed into their ball attire. At least a lot of the ladies.
I have to get another outfit.
You don't have to.
I'm
But,
not going to.
yeah.
I'm lazy.
You know what? I'll fucking just wear what I'm wearing.
As Lady Moonsong goes to change, I'm going to get up from my seat, and they said we can do whatever we want.
Right.
I do want to go out to the gardens.
Sure.
So that's where I'll be leaving over to.
What would you like to do in the gardens?
Just kind of stroll about. Just
Okay.
kind of like amp myself up for the ball.
Okay.
This ball's gonna be kind of awkward. It looks like I don't have a date, so I'm just gonna sit around. Do you mind if I just sit around with you?
Well, it's fun. Nothing wrong.
I don't want to impose.
Oh, no. I mean, you know.
If you would excuse me, I'm going to go for a stroll and get some fresh air before the ball. Well, I look forward to seeing you both, and if you'd like, Lady Moonsong, we could. Lady Savant, my apologies. Maybe we could have a dance.
Oh, I love that.
So, I take my leave until the ball.
Okay. As you leave and head out to the gardens, you notice that Lady Savant, King Volner, sit at the table and finish their food and sort of have a conversation amongst each other. It's a very chopped up and awkward conversation as Volner's struggling to get words out from his very long trip.
It's alright, I'm patient.
But as you head out into the gardens, you actually get caught by somebody. You hear someone kind of, excuse me, Lord.
Yes.
You recognize that water ganassi that you saw earlier today.
I can help out with, or?
Do you know Lady Savant?
Well, I have just officially met her today, but I know of her family, yes.
Were you to dance with her?
I see, well, more or less of a, formality, nothing as far as we're not.
Could you, by chance, do me a huge favor?
Sure.
You mind if I cut in?
Of course. Though I'm sorry, I'm not one to bring someone down on the status, but I'm not entirely too sure. Is that allowed?
No, it's not. But I don't know why, but I feel like I'm very stricken by her.
Huh. Well, it's rather sort of a lucky thing to be able to feel those types of feelings. And though I will say, you're not going in that, are you?
No, there's been some guests from time to time who've left luggage behind, so I've got something that I can piece together.
Nonsense. Your servants' quarters, that's near here, correct?
Yeah.
Gather my servants and meet in my room, please.
Oh, right away, my lord.
About face and head to my room.
As you head to your room, Lamende, as you're sitting inside the servant's quarter, you just enjoyed a nice, lovely meal. Well, it's cooked by Sky. Sky's foods always is superb. But tonight's was exceptionally good. You notice that she, after you get finished, you notice that she kind of looks towards you. Did you like your food?
I mean, yeah, of course I like the food. The food was really good tonight. Did you give me like leftovers from the banquet, or know we don't usually get food that is super good.
I may have cooked yours special. You've been doing a lot of hard work around here, Lavender. I just wanted to make sure that you felt appreciated.
I mean, I'm allowed to be here. I'm comfortable here.
You know, as long as we've been here, I've never seen you with anyone. Is there a reason?
Not really. I spend a lot of time with the plants because that is where I feel the most comfortable. Growing stuff. Nurturing stuff. It makes me happy, and then it makes me even more happy that it makes other people happy.
Well, I noticed that you seem to like flowers a lot, so I made something. You have to promise not to laugh at it. It's supposed to be silly.
Okay.
Don't look. You hear the sound of rummaging until it stops, and then shortly after you hear, okay, now look.
It's not going to scare me, is it?
It's not going to scare you. I hope it doesn't scare you.
It's bode well for me, I suppose. And I'm going to
As you look back, you notice that she is wearing what looks like some sort of headdress, where her face is the inside of the flower, and there's a giant flower petal ring around her head.
You made that?
I'm a giant flower.
I kind of like. I mean, we all kind of are flowers, aren't we?
Lavender, I'm a giant flower.
Yeah, it is very nice. You made it yourself? You didn't? Did you? Where did
What do you normally do with flowers?
grow them?
You know, she kind of drops her arms.
I fucking love it.
She looks towards you. Lavender, you pick the flowers.
Did I forget to do something?
This is my way of wanting you to pick me.
For what?
I was hoping that maybe we could get to know each other better.
That? I mean, if you're going to cook my perfectly grown vegetables, I suppose we should get to know each other.
Oh no, now who has the issue with ego?
You know, the ingredients in the food tonight was really good, was it not?
It was.
Who grew it?
You did.
Because I'm the best.
Jesus Christ.
Okay then, fancy pants gardener. I tell you this then. Why don't you go grab your vegetables and eat them raw?
I mean, I feel like most vegetables you can do that though.
It's almost like maybe your really good thing and my really good thing make an even better thing.
The romantic in me
has a point.
as a person is like, you got some cute things to say, but also I'm laughing at it right now. And also, you're quitting.
Feel weird, Chad.
I don't. That's the weird thing.
Oh, that's weird.
Don't start hitting on my husband, please.
I mean, right now I kind of have to. Sort of. I mean, you know, if our ingredients are really good together, maybe you have a point. Maybe we should get to know each other better.
And I have the perfect spot. She grabs your hand. Come on, let's go.
Okay, are you going to take the flower head thing off?
No, I made it. Like it.
Shit, weirdly aggressive.
She starts tugging on your arm.
Fine, I'll go.
And as she tugs on your arm, you notice that Shivan comes scooting by. Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Shivan, I'm being dragged somewhere.
Meanwhile,
Shivan returns to your quarters with your servants. And Shivan's there as well. Alright, do what you ask, my lord. Here's your servants.
Okay, so let's get out the measuring tape. Let's go ahead and get his measurements. Please, if you could lay out the rest of my wardrobe, let's find an ensemble to fit Shivan here.
You know, as the servants look at Shivan, they look at you and they go, I'm sorry, Prince Corfane, but I don't know if you noticed, but Shivan is quite much broader than you.
Well, let's get his hair did, and then, his cuticles, and...
You notice that one of them pulls out the measuring tape and starts measuring Shivan, and Shivan's just super awkward letting people measure him until the tailor goes, I can make this work.
Fantastic.
And like a Disney movie, they start getting to work, and before you know it, Shivan goes from dusty, dirty handyman into what looks like a rather pristine-looking noble.
There we go. Now no one will question why you're in the ball.
I don't know how to thank you, Prince.
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. We're even.
I'll be sure to cut in.
Fantastic. Well, but before you go, sorry, kind of curious. What's your form like?
I'm actually a really good dancer.
A good dancer. Oh.
I've
Come on, let me see it. You lead and I will follow.
All right. You know, as he moves in on you and as he puts his arm around your waist, you know, as he begins to lead, and just as he said, he actually is a very good dancer. You can see that he's you can tell he doesn't get to practice like this, but you can see that he must have learned this by watching people dance. And before you know it, he finishes his waltz, and he stops and kind of backs off. Is that good?
Yes. Now we're both warmed up and ready and practiced.
All right. I'm excited.
It's good. Well, I look forward to having you cut it tonight.
And with that, everyone begins to make their way to the ballroom. And as everyone fills into the ballroom, it makes the Beauty and the Beast ballroom pale in comparison. It is grand, prestigious, and regal. The music playing is beautiful. The band performing is playing perfectly. As you enter the room, Prince, you notice that a lot of the nobles seem to recognize your presence. Birth kind of happens as people begin to move out of the way as you walk in, revealing Lady Moonsong.
I begin approaching.
As you approach, she looks towards you, puts her hand out.
Take it. Shall we?
After you.
And we'll cut into the dance floor and begin dancing.
Go ahead and give me a performance check. And you can do that with advantage.
Alright.
If you don't have performance, then you can either use dexterity or intelligence.
That's actually one of my higher skills.
Is it? Okay.
That is going to be an 18.
18, okay. You begin to dance perfectly with Lady Moonsong. The two of you meld together hand in hand. It's a very awe spectacle to watch, as many people in the room actually are admiring. Some people are even softly clapping in appropriate moments. Lavender, you are pulled out to the lake. It's accompanied right next to the Rosewood Manor. You notice that Sky has already got a blanket laid out on the grass. You can see that there's a bottle and 2 tankards there as well. Sky is clear, and with no lights in sight, the stars look like tiny pinholes illuminating the night's blanket. As she sits down and she pats next to you.
I'm gonna go over and sit down.
Okay. We move to Falner. Falner, you stand beside Lady Savant, who is by herself and has no dance partner. You as well have no dance partner. But as you look around the room, you just have this feeling of this just isn't your scene. It doesn't feel proper or right for you. It's not a warrior's dance. It's not a warrior's event. Part of you kind of wonders what that stable hand is doing on a night like this.
You look uninterested.
Oh, it's just not my thing, really.
Why not? What do you normally do?
Oh, it's just like,
Isn't
I
this
prefer-
life of like glitz and glamour supposed to be?
I prefer, I mean, it comes with the job, of course, but like, I'm more interested in like the physical,
Touch with?
no, that's not right. I'm sorry. Like,
Are you talking about like combat elements of things?
kind of, yeah. It's like you know, like tourneys and stuff like that. That's more me my speed. I mean, this comes with it. It's just like, meh.
I totally understand that.
Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it can be entertaining,
Of course, it's just
Especially
not
when-
for everyone.
especially when a couple people start fighting over somebody. That's really entertaining.
Can't say I've seen that. In a
Or
ball.
just wait. I bet something will happen.
All right. Well, I mean, no one's making you stay.
It's true. I do have to kind of take a piss. So,
Wow.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bow out of here and I'm gonna go do my thing. You know.
Wonderful. I hope you enjoy your piss.
Thank you. And I wander off.
And
the cane.
as you wander off with your cane, the first thing you do is you head outside and you make your way to the stables. And as you approach, you hear a rather interesting sound. It sounds like thuds. Sounds like flesh smacking against leather.
I will investigate this.
And as you investigate, you come around into the stable to find a lone person by themselves within this stable. You see the horses all pent up, fed. And there's the stable hand with hands wrapped tightly in what appears to be some sort of heavy bag hanging from the ceiling. Their fists pounding away into this bag. You can see it creating dimples and dents, almost bending the bag in half as blow after blow. You see the beads of sweat dropping off their forehead and their arms.
Oi there.
You notice that as the blows stop, they turn around and see you and grab a towel off of the wooden railing and pat their head.
Don't mean to interrupt, but
You're fine.
are you some kind of fighter? Are you a warrior?
I like to scrap. Are you?
Yeah. I'm like,
Come on, you got it.
alright. I'm kind of known as a warrior king, so yeah.
Oh, really? Prove it then.
You want to go for the tussle?
Well, you're out here for a reason. Assuming you don't like the company inside.
True. Can't ignore really in that.
I saw the way you looked at me earlier.
You saw that?
I did. Must have been a long ride for a king.
It was several months. Several months to get here.
Several months with nothing but your hand as company.
Well, I think if we're going to be more accurate, it's going to be hands.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
All right then, big boy.
Alright, let me take off this annoying gold.
And as soon as you go to do that, you notice that this individual makes their way up towards you and ends up actually just pushing you down as you fall back into a rather large pile of hay.
Yes.
You watch as their knees immediately drop down into a full mount over you.
I'll get rid of it. Sorry. I get ready. I thought we were fighting.
You're doing a type of fighting.
Some people like that. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
If you're gonna throw a punch, could you roll?
I'm not throwing a punch. I'm getting ready. I'm like, I'm in defensive stance.
For them.
A punch. Oh, my leg's cramping.
This is gonna be creeping here soon too.
As you
Yuck.
As you throw that blow up, you watch as your fist makes contact and strikes them across the face. You see their head sort of recoil. You see them come back. You see a little trip of blood coming down their lip as they lick the blood. You then see as they tear your rather regal garb open, exposing your chest. You throw another blow as they catch your arm and flip you over onto your belly. And that is where we fade to black.
Oh!
Meanwhile,
From the back, boy. Yes. Don't knock it till you try it.
Hey, Falder's living his dream right now. Let him be happy.
Meanwhile, back in the ball, as you finish your dance, choreographing, you notice that Lady Moonsong kind of backs off away from you. You notice that her head comes in close and she gets right by the side. Her lips don't touch, but you feel just the side corner of her mouth as she whispers to you, "Come meet me by the lake." And you watch as she backs off. She turns and leaves.
As she takes her leave, I'm going to look across the room and I'm going to try to find Lady Savant.
You see her standing by herself against the wall.
I look bored and annoyed.
I'm going to go ahead and approach
Just like leaning against the wall, tapping my arm.
Lady Savant.
Oh. Hello, Your Highness.
My lady, would you care to dance?
I would love to. I've been waiting for someone to ask me all night. Apparently I'm not dressed well enough or something.
No. You look beautiful tonight.
Thank you.
Going to take her out to the floor. So, are we having fun in some ways, I guess?
You know, I kind of was having fun until King Falner left. He was very interesting to talk to.
A very colourful one, that is. I seeing war, for what I hear, can do things to your mind.
Yeah, apparently it's taking a real hefty toll on his mind.
Yes,
Pray for his country.
you know, my father has seen quite a bit of war himself, and very cold and analytical type of man. Though I don't think that really is what made him the way he is. But anyway, sorry.
Fine.
So, do you find? Are you Are you starting to discover the path that you're looking for yourself while you're here, or?
So far I'm slightly disappointed, but at least I can make a nice little vacation out of it, I suppose. But it's only the first night.
Yeah, it's only the first night. I wouldn't get too down on yourself just yet. I think if you wait just a little bit longer, you might get a pleasant surprise.
I mean, I can always appreciate an optimistic person.
Optimistic? That's not a profile I really find myself in majority of the time.
Why not?
We come from families of great wealth, and we've had rather easy upbringings, I would say, comparatively to some. Though there's a standard that we have to uphold, right?
No.
Get married, have a family, take over our family's, the heir of a rather large trading company, Kingdom of Dark Elves, and do you ever feel like you just, this isn't the life you were supposed to live?
And to be honest, don't tell anyone this, but I feel like that all the time.
I feel trapped. I feel empty sometimes. Sorry if I get a little melancholy, but I find myself here surrounded by all these sophisticated, well nobles that are just getting away for the summer and wanting to relax, and I don't know. I feel like I'm out of place.
Well, I mean, at least there seems to be someone here that sparks joy in you, from what I've noticed at dinner.
I don't know what she sparks. I've been with. Sorry, I'm too forward, but I've been with my fair share of men and women, and I don't. What is love? What is it to love another person?
It's quite the question. Wrong person to be asking, but I assume it's like a weird feeling you get in your gut, so I've heard of something. Having their best interests in mind, things like that, I suppose. I can't really use my parents as an example. Not super close, at least not around me, so I can't really tell you for sure. I never experienced it myself.
I wonder what it's like. From what I was told, is that they are the only thing or person that you need. You could go poor, you could live a impoverished life, go hungry for days and just see their face, and that's all you need. Wonder what that's like.
Seems a little too good to be true, in my opinion.
Doesn't it? It feels like in this world, people fulfill roles for each other. Friendships and companionship, brotherhood. What if you are a foot soldier to a ship hand? Your comrades, they fulfill something in your life, doesn't it? Everybody wants something from you. Is it your wealth, your status, your beauty, the service you can give them, the pleasure that you have in bed? It's...
You think a lot, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't...
No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm the same way, I just don't really talk about it often, or at all.
Well, as we're dancing, I'm trying to, like...
And as you are dancing in this moment, you, Giselle, see that handyman. You see him crossing between bodies. You see him across the ballroom, his eyes locked onto you. It's almost like a predator. They make eye contact and they lock on. It's an intense stare as they sort of break through the crowd. You watch as they come and they stop right before you and Akoraphane. Do you
this dance?
Yes.
Well, bow out. You two have fun.
Notice that he moves in and puts his arms around your waist and grabs and begins to take the lead.
Shivan? Right?
Yes, Lady Savant.
Forgive me, but I'm slightly confused.
When I first saw you, I don't know why, but I had a very strong need. I felt compelled to talk to you. Even now, I feel content being by your side.
I'm gonna start looking around to see if there's anyone I know that might be playing a trick on me.
I don't see anyone. The way he's staring, he seems very sincere.
Is someone paying you to do this? Who sent you?
No. No one's paying me anything. I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
I'm gonna like feel his forehead. Is he like running up? Does it feels hot or
No,
anything?
he seems normal.
All right.
And as he's saying these words to you, you're getting these flashes in your mind. You see flashes of seeing this scoundrel-like rogue staring at you from across the tavern, his eyes piercing down like that predatorial stare. You see his wide gold-toothed grin. You see moments and flashes of him pinning you up against the cabin of his wall. You see moments of plunder and adventure. You see moments of seafaring tales. That's when we move back over to Akoraphane.
Let me make my way out to the lake.
As you make your way out to the lake, you see Lady Moonsong standing by the water's edge.
My lady.
You know, when I heard rumors of your dancing, it was not the ballroom that I heard you were so skilled at.
Notice that she brings up her hand, and as she casts a somatic gesture, you watch as a spell, a magical dwemer seems to shimmer over her body. You notice that she begins to undo her dress. And within a few moments, you watch as she is completely nude. Before she looks towards you, and you watch with her hand, magic begins to undo your buttons. And within a few moments, you find yourself completely nude as she begins to back up and her feet stand on top of the water and the waves. And her hand pulls and beckons you.
Kind of taken back for a second. I'm starting to walk out to the water with her.
As you go to walk, your feet place on top of the waves as well. And as the two of you stand on the water, she moves in close.
I hear one of your deities likes to dance under the moon in the nude.
This is true.
Then show me this dance.
Of course. I begin to dance with her.
And as the two of you begin to dance, Lavende,
Do I see this?
Sky, as the two of you are enjoying your drink, You notice that Sky puts her hand on yours, and the two of you see this couple out on top of the water. It's beautiful, isn't it? How free and careless they both are.
Should we be here? I feel like we shouldn't be here. It feels kind of wrong.
Well, they're just dancing. For now.
For now.
Well, notice she moves her hand over and grabs your chin, pulls your bearded face towards her, and maybe you should put your eyes on me.
Maybe not here. What if I showed you something? I really enjoyed your drink, but I'll share something of me with you.
Then let's go.
Listen, I don't know how this is set up, but is there like a balcony that overlooks the garden?
Yeah.
I'm going to take her there.
You take her to that balcony.
You know, when I first got here, the plants, they weren't that great. And I worked really hard to get it to look like this. Look. I worked really hard. A lot of time went into it. But if you listen closely, the plants, I tried to make them happy. And if you listen closely enough, I'm going to put my hand on hers. This is why I want to ask if I could use magic. I was going to see if I could use
Speak with plants?
Yeah.
And as you cast this, the entire garden begins to serenade and sing a beautiful song. A song that both Lady Moonsong and Akoraphane begin to dance along to. And with that, we go back inside. To Jezebel dancing. All those flashes, they begin to stop. You sit there and you stare. Shivan. You see him in his royal outfit, holding your hands. You notice that all the dancers, everyone in the ballroom, stop. They all turn towards you and Shivan, and they begin to back up. You watch as people begin to fade and wisp away. You notice that Shivan begins to look around. I guess it's almost over.
What's almost over?
All this facade. Do you remember me yet?
Do I remember now?
You start to remember. Jezebel. I won't be here. I won't be here when you wake up. Can you promise me something?
What?
He grips your hand. Remember me? Promise. Promise me.
No promise. What's going on?
I love you, Jezebel. You notice as his hands release, he watches everything begins to fade away. All the people, the walls, this beautiful gold filigree, it all begins to disappear. One by one, grass and the hills and the manor fade away. And everything goes black. You all wake up. As your eyes open, you find yourself on the deck of your ship. The rain pelting down on you. And as you stare up at the storm above, you look back and forth and find that you have docked on Three Snakes Bay. Just over the horizon, you can see that the 2 enemy vessels are docked as well. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, thank you all for joining us for our Valentine's Day special. Chad, you almost started crying there.
I did cry.
Oh, you did?
I was like, this sucks.
I'm
I,
fucking sad for Valentine's Day, bro.
I'm not sad. I'm an empath.
He's fake sad.
So thank
I'm
you
sad
all.
for you.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Hopefully you guys had a good, fun amusement of my universe's version of Beetlejuice, and also I got to introduce Cervantes, a deity, for the first time. So,
I missed him.
but I had a lot of fun with tonight's episode.
It was very good.
We'll be doing a big campaign-wide recap here very soon. And then on top of that, there's gonna be that recap's gonna be probably about a 10-minute episode. It's gonna be about a 10-minute video. However, there's gonna be another video that's gonna be 40 minutes to an hour long. So it's gonna be a big, long video, but it is gonna be an entire history, nation, culture, and region breakdown of everything in Abendal. It's gonna be big. It's gonna take a lot of time for me to put that video together, but I will be so happy when I get it released, because then it'll give you guys a good source to just be able to dive in and read and watch it, and then be like, oh, now I understand what he means when he's talking about this. Other than that, tomorrow we will be finishing up our Call of Cthulhu Dark Winter campaign. So that is going to be the final conclusion on it. I'm very excited to see what happens with that episode. Be sure to tune in, because it's going to be something else. So
Thank you all for coming tonight.
yes, thank you all for coming.
Thank you for letting us be your Valentine. For anybody that read it in the Discord.
Without any further ado, as always, good night. And remember to embrace the dark. Goodbye.
He said it.